this time I was saying Monica looked familiar. And I was like, hold on. Is that Mercedes from P-Valley? Beautiful girl. I couldn't place her. But anyway, Reasonable Doubt is over. And baby, it was an amazing show. And we do got to talk about it because Ozzy, like, that broke my heart. Let's give a shout out for the guy that played Ozzy. Like, this is such an emotional episode for me where I just need to see him act like Ozzy again. Just to say, oh my God, no. It took me out. I loved it. It was amazing. It was wonderful. And yo, kudos to the show. They did their thing. And of course, they got a new, and of course, they have a new episode. And of course, they've been rewarded for a new episode. They deserve it. Job well done. The season finale was everything. And if you haven't seen this show, baby, you're missing a lot. Ozzy's mom was trifling. And just when I thought somebody couldn't get more trifling, the daddy was trifling. I said, guy, sir, don't do me. Don't do me. Don't do us. Because you done effed over that whole family. And I get it. Ozzy, the only person that loved him was his sister, Christian. The other ones, I mean, I guess they had some kind of a love in some dark, tormented way. But they ain't really care about him. So Jax gets Ozzy off pretty early in the episode. But right before that, Christine, Ozzy's sister, is not sure that Ozzy's going to get off. So she starts taking the blame for the whole situation. Like, your girl is a stand-up for real. Not only she tries to protect Ozzy, she tried to protect the whole entire family. And she was just going to take that murder rap on her lonely. However, Ozzy gets off free and clear. After that, Billy, which was Jax's second chair, decides he wants to talk to the partners and he wants to let them know that Jax is a damn good lawyer and y'all need to stop undermining him. They looked at him like, yeah, whatever, bro. Do you want a job here or not? Because, like, we supposed to make you partner. We don't need you rooting for this black chick over here. Of course, Bill got to dial it back. Meanwhile, Corey, Morris Chestnut is in the house. And Lewis is not into meeting Corey at all. However, he seems to calm down real quick when Corey introduces that he is engaged and he brings his fiance. Now Lewis wants to hug him. Hey, brother. Hey, hi. I really mean that. Congratulations. Before, he wasn't welcome in that house. As soon as he bought the wife, because it was less threatening, because let's be honest, Corey is a threat, unfortunately. But could we take a minute to pause? Because I love the way Jax and Lewis' relationship is, like, the love he has for her and the love she has for him. Like, at the end of the day, they are holding it down for each other. They have definitely blossomed. And their kids, like, the son who used to be annoying to me is amazing. I like the son. I like the daughter. Like, I loved it. I love the way through thick and thin that family is there for each other. And everybody just trying to find their way. And I love watching it and the struggle and it's not even a struggle for as far as financially, because they got it together financially. And I love looking at that too. But Corey has something to tell Jax. And she's like, he's pretty much like, the partners offered me a position and they was going to boot you out. And she was like, yeah, but you don't even bring in more the money that I bring in. So clearly they just want Jax out for no reason. Now, Jax is feeling salty, as she should be. Jax's wheels start turning. And in my head, I'm like, girl, you got this. Like, if you bringing in all these customers, why can't you just get your own? That's what I've been screaming this whole time, because we don't got to beg people for a bone. Don't do me no favors. All she needs is a couple clients a month. She is fine. Like, she don't need to work for that law firm. If she's bringing in all these big wigs and stuff like that, she will be fine. However, Jax is meeting up with her sister named Chelsea later on in the episode. And Chelsea is going to tell Jax that her daddy is trifling and tried to set Jax up for money for both of them. Now, I'm inclined to believe that that was true. However, the sister was going to take Jax for everything she owned also. So I think that the sister just wants to cut the father off and keep Jax all to herself. Like, either way, they can't be trusted. They both grimy, and she needs to cut both of them off, because why do we even need those kind of people in our lives to bring you down? When I go through situations, anybody that crosses me, we're done. There's no conversation. We don't have nothing to say to each other. And you know why? Because jealousy is like a drug. And eventually, when you see a time to cross somebody, you will take it. Jealousy, it festers. So, gotta cut them off. Ozzy goes home to celebrate. And he realizes that nobody at the party has his best interests. And I think he wanted to be more around a family setting. So he leaves and he goes to see Jax. And, something just crossed my mind because the guy gave him a batch of mess. And I'm like, that might have been a really crazy, strong, weird type of batch because that batch is what took him out. Friends, hanger on this. I'm just saying. Anyway, he goes to see the family. He just wanted to be embraced and he wanted some kind of normality and he wanted to be around love. And Jax does love him. This shit broke my heart. I'm not even going to lie. Because Jax, when everything was said and done, she was like, listen, you're going to go and clean up. And it's because I love you. And nobody want to tell you this, but I love you. And he was just crying. And it made me want to cry. And you know what he said to her? He was like, I know y'all know already, but let me get this out. He said to her, I hate you. No, he said, I'm so mad at you. And he's crying. He's like, but I love you. And it's just like that. We got to find him a lot of work because his acting was phenomenal. I believed every kooky, crazy, regular, crying, everything about this guy. Gosh, he's amazing. Shout out to the actor that plays Ozzy. But Ozzy said something really funny at the dinner table. Ozzy said if he would have had good parents, he would have never had to fight for his freedom. So I'm like, I guess he blames his parents, which they are to blame. They never let him grow up. They never let him do anything. He is definitely was stuck being a child. They just never got him help or anything. They just let him fester. You clearly knew something was wrong with him if you cared, but they didn't. They all wanted to manage him. The only person that cared for him was Christine. So now Jax is distraught as hell and the funeral is coming. She cut everything off for the funeral. You think mama could do that? Nah. We see this because Billy was trying to talk to Jax and Jax is like, not right now. This ain't the time or the place. However, Ozzy mama came up to Jax, had this whole jealousy thing. She was mad that Ozzy didn't stay with mama and celebrate because you're trifling and you don't care nothing about making money. You put pressure on that boy because as soon as the court was over, Ozzy, I want you to meet these people. So, and he just looked like he didn't want to go like a child, but can't say no to his mama. So yeah, ma'am, have several seats. Sell your goddamn story and hopefully you have nothing else to sell in your damn life. I don't even think she could see it though. Shout out to her, by the way. I seen her. She started off with Tyler Perry Circuit. You did well in acting because I really don't like you right now. But great acting because you had to play the hell out of that mama. You did well. So the producers come up to her and she's like, in the middle of the funeral, yeah, I got a few minutes. We gonna talk. And she darts out and Jax is like, I can't believe this woman. Like, you can't make this mess up. It was all in her. I love the fact that everybody's so transparent that they don't even have to say anything. You see it in their expressions and everything else. And it looked like she was speechless. She couldn't fathom the thought that, are you serious? You can't take one day. Let this man rest in peace. Nope. Now let's get to this trifling ass father. The father is some messy bottom B for real. He mishandled the whole situation. If he wasn't so damn sloppy, first of all, I guess he wanted to be his own man and stop running to the mother to fix things. He tried to take the girl out and it got too violent because, he wanted to be a Ike Turner on the chick. Then they running up to the cabin. Ozzy sitting there, why is she in my cabin? And he's running up there. Meanwhile, they got her taped up and stuff like that. She gets away. And it's funny because Christine, when she was telling the story, it was like one shot. This dude is like, bat, 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 bat. He was letting those rounds off on that chick. So he found her and he took her out himself because she said, listen, I'm going to tell Ozzy all about you and who you really are. And he's like, no, ma'am, not today. And took her all the way out. So Christine said him So when Christine realized that the father really did this mess on purpose, she set him all the way up, recorded him and sent his ass to jail. Shout out. Now Danielle comes all distraught to Christine, even though she knows that Christine didn't really do anything. He's like, we can't be together. But I guess that was some lying, trifling relationship. It was weird. But I don't like that for Christine because now she's alone and she's crying. But then we get the good news at the end because Jax does what Jax does. She left all of those partners in there congratulating, shaking hands and stuff and moved the hell out. Congratulations, because we should have did that mess a long time ago. I felt like that Beyonce song should have been playing, You Won't Break My Soul, because that is exactly what she did. She got up and she's like, I'm I quit. Now, Lewis is at work, and thank God he got rid of that useless, good-for-nothing employee that he hired, the employee from hell. And it's so funny because Sam, which is the employee, was like, you can't fire me. This is illegal. You never gave me write-ups, because Lewis had a heart. He was being too nice. But I'm like, dude, you should have wrote a booklet on him. I would have been because why is he making your life harder? Why are you getting up in the middle of the night? Why are you doing your job and then his job? And what is he doing? Absolutely nothing all day. But Lewis had something for his ass. He sent him a file that this dude did not even open up. Didn't even care. And then he saw, oh shoot, he is really a piece of shit, which he is. So Lewis finally got rid of him. Thank God. Now we can get somebody qualified. I bet you he not gonna hire another black man. Yo. The look on Sam's face when he realized that Lewis lined him up in the goddamn bow. So this is funny now. The conversation Bill had with Jax's homegirl who he was boning, I forgot her name by now. He was saying that she was saying, well, why can't you just be the funny Bill that's invited to the cookouts and, lighthearted and stuff like that? And he's saying, I can't be that way anymore. So I guess now he took the position and he is setting into his own roots. I'm just saying, Bill. You said it, not me. It's crazy what jobs make you do sometimes. I wonder, let me ask y'all. Do y'all think they will bring him back? Which he's good. I like to see Tommy in that role. Look, he's still Tommy. I hope they bring him back. I hope they bring Morris Chestnut back. I miss Ozzy, but I enjoyed it. This Reasonable Doubt was amazing. I'm so happy I got to see this whole season. Amazing. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot, but no, I really did forget. How about we got to talk about the whole ending? The ending was ridiculous. Your girl Monica, this is, Monica, she was pissy at the funeral. I saw her face. But Monica, she was a crazy character in that mess. After she done took advantage of Ozzy, we ain't have no sympathy for that girl. However, did you see her come in with her braids? Like that looked like her jail braids. I said, oh, we ready. I think she gonna get arrested right after she finished there because she came ready for jail. Now, who did she shoot is the question, or did they gonna bleed out, or did she take somebody out? Because Jax is not gonna cover her in this whole murder thing, if that's the case. But anyway, they left us on a cliffhanger as they usually do, but I gotta say, the show was amazing. Talk to you later. Anyway, this is your girl Amina seeing it. Make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe button and show your girl some love. Hype the video if you can. And thank you.